This is the month of Tevet, and everybody knows that the main feature of the Hebrew month of Tevet is the fast day of the 10th of Tevet, that we fast to commemorate the siege against Jerusalem that was made by the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar in the time of the first temple. The truth is that there are 3 consecutive days in Tevet that are associated with anguish. The 8th, the 9th, and the 10th day of Tevet. And once upon a time, when people were much stronger and had much more kind of willpower, they used to fast for 3 days. The 8th day of Tevet is the day that the Torah was translated into Greek. And that day was considered to be a terrible tragedy. It was compared to Israel worshipping the golden calf in the desert. What does translating the Torah into Greek have to do with the golden calf? We need the Torah to be translated into languages. People don't speak Hebrew. People want to be able to study the Word of God. But the problem is, why is it compared to a golden calf? What was the golden calf? It was nothing. It was an illusion. And so too, people can study a translation and think that they have it. They might think that they possess all the knowledge. They know exactly what the message is. But the fact is they might be very, very far from the mark, like those who are worshiping the golden calf. The 9th of Tevet, the day of the passing of Ezra and Nehemiah, is a day of terrible mourning because the worst thing that a nation can suffer from is a lack of true leadership. Ezra and Nehemiah accompanied the people of Israel back from Babylonian exile. They nurtured them, they empowered them, they were caring leaders. Today, we have leadership that is considering parceling out our holy places. We have leadership that is essentially declaring that it is unlawful for Jewish people to build homes in the biblical land of Israel. And we come to fast on the 10th day of Tevet. And people are wondering, why am I fasting for the siege that the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar made around Yerushalayim, around Jerusalem, in the time of the first temple? What does it have to do with anything today in the state of Israel? Why is it still relevant for us? But a siege is also a mentality, it's a state of mind. A siege could exist in our minds, and we, God forbid, even worse, we could be part of the siege. We could be standing against Jerusalem if we don't realize, it's all connected. If we don't have the leadership, and we think that we have the Torah, we think that we understand the message, but we're suffering from an illusion. The Torah's message and the message of the leadership of Israel should be that we need to be on the Temple Mount. We need to show our concern for the plight of the Temple Mount. There is a siege today that is against the Temple Mount. Just now, on the 6th day of Hanukkah, the police prevented the Jewish people from ascending the Temple Mount. During Hanukkah, which is the festival of the purification and the liberation of the rededication of the Holy Temple, and they're turned away in total disregard for their basic human rights, total disregard for their civil rights to express themselves as Jews on the Temple Mount. And the whole idea of Hanukkah is that it is the celebration of Jewish religious freedom in the land of Israel. Is that not the ultimate irony? Where is everyone? What are people waiting for? What are the Jewish people waiting for? They're waiting for a miracle. They're waiting for signs and wonders. The Temple Mount is in our hands. Go and try to visit the Temple Mount, and you'll see whether or not it's in our hands. You'll see for yourself the sad truth. We need people to come to the Temple Mount. We need Jewish people to study about the Holy Temple, to realize that it is a duty for us to build it, just as it is our duty to fulfill all of our other obligations and to keep all of the other commandments of God. We are in grave danger. We are in danger of losing the Temple Mount. What are you waiting for? You're waiting for a miracle? The miracle will be for the Jewish people to wake up and take responsibility for redeeming the Temple Mount, redeeming the city of Jerusalem, redeeming the land of Israel, redeeming ourselves, our future generations, our children. It will only happen when we rectify the misunderstanding of what the Torah's true message is, the mistranslation that exists in our minds of the Torah's true message. And when we rectify the terrible dearth of leadership by raising up our own new generation of true Jewish leadership with integrity and compassion and concern and true direction, And when we rectify the siege against Jerusalem by asserting our eternal and inalienable rights to be the people who bring the light of God into the world through the building of the Holy Temple on the Temple Mount.